Voyager 1, this little spacecraft the size of a car, is way out there in the dark, like 14.5 billion miles from Earth. Launched way back in '77, it was only supposed to last 5 years. But get this, it's still kicking after almost 50. Lately, though, things have gotten weird. Sending back signals, pulses, and data that just don't make sense. Did Voyager stumble upon something crazy out there between the stars? Or even creepier, did something find Voyager? The Voyager story really starts with a lucky break. Back in the early '70s, astronomers figured out that Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were about to line up in a way that only happens once every 175 years. This meant a spacecraft could visit all 4 planets in one go, using each planet's gravity to zoom to the next. NASA jumped at the chance. They started building 2 spacecraft that could handle the radiation around Jupiter, the dangers of Saturn's rings, and that long trip through the outer solar system. That's how Voyager was born. These things were amazing for their time. Each one weighed about 1,800 pounds and carried 11 instruments. They ran on these nuclear batteries that turned heat from plutonium into electricity. Without those, solar panels would have been useless way out there. Building Voyager was a huge deal. Engineers had to create systems that could run perfectly for years without any chance of fixing them. They added backups for everything important and programmed the computers to fix themselves when they could. The onboard computer had a tiny amount of memory, less than what it takes for a single photo today. On August 20th, 1977, Voyager 2 took off. Then, on September 5th, Voyager 1 followed. Voyager 1 was on a faster path, so it passed its twin to get to Jupiter and Saturn first. As they headed out, nobody imagined that almost 50 years later, one of them would be making news not for what it found, but for what might have found it. Voyager 1's trip through the solar system was awesome. After cruising for about a year and a half, it got closest to Jupiter in March 1979. What it saw changed everything we knew about that planet. Before, Jupiter just looked like a striped ball with a red spot. But through Voyager's eyes, it became a crazy, complex world. The Great Red Spot, which people had seen for centuries, turned out to be a giant storm that could swallow 3 Earths. Those colorful bands? Huge storms and jet streams zooming at hundreds of miles per hour. Jupiter's moons stole the show. Io, the closest big moon, blew everyone away when Voyager spotted volcanoes erupting, the first ones ever seen outside Earth. These volcanoes shot out sulfur stuff that painted Io's surface in wild colors. Then there was Europa, a smooth, icy moon covered in cracks. Voyager's pictures made scientists think there might be a liquid ocean under the ice, which later missions supported. That makes Europa one of the best places to look for alien life. After Jupiter, Voyager 1 sped towards Saturn, getting there in November 1980. What looked simple from Earth became super complex up close. Saturn's rings broke into thousands of tiny ringlets, all moving and changing. Saturn's biggest moon, Titan, was interesting because it had a thick atmosphere like Earth. Voyager couldn't see through the haze, but it measured the atmosphere and found it was mostly nitrogen. This led to the Cassini mission later on, which found lakes and rivers of methane on Titan. After Saturn, Voyager 1's main mission was done. NASA could have sent it to Pluto, but instead, they sent it north out of the solar system to start traveling into interstellar space. Voyager 2 went on to Uranus and Neptune. As Voyager 1 left Saturn, it turned its camera back for one last look. In February 1990, it took pictures that included the famous pale blue dot Earth, a tiny pixel in a sunbeam from billions of miles away. Then Voyager 1 went silent, at least visually. NASA turned off the cameras to save power, and it sailed into the dark, still sensing, still listening, still sending back data about space. Attached to each Voyager is a golden record, a message in a bottle for any aliens that might find it. It's a time capsule telling the story of Earth. NASA gave Carl Sagan and his team just 6 weeks to decide what to put on it, 6 weeks to sum up all of human existence. They included greetings in 55 languages, sounds from Earth, music from around the world, and pictures. There's even a message from President Jimmy Carter. The record has instructions on how to play it and a map showing Earth's location. It's supposed to last for billions of years. The chances of aliens finding Voyager are super small. But as Sagan said, The record was a symbolic statement. We made it this far, we hope you exist. These golden records, still traveling outward with sounds of Earth, represent humanity's hopefulness. But it turns out the golden record might not be the first message received. Something out there seems interested in Voyager itself. After Jupiter and Saturn, Voyager 1 entered a quiet phase. As the amazing images stopped coming, public interest faded. NASA focused on new missions, but Voyager kept going, heading toward the edge of the solar system. Scientists weren't sure where the solar system ended. They knew the sun creates a bubble called the heliosphere, but they didn't know how big it was. During this time, Voyager sent back important data about the outer solar system. It measured the solar wind, mapped magnetic fields, and detected cosmic rays. This helped scientists understand how the sun interacts with space. Keeping Voyager alive meant fighting the inevitable. Its power got weaker every year, so engineers had to decide which instruments to shut down. Communications became harder as the distance grew. By the 2000s, it took over 14 hours for a signal to reach Earth. But Voyager 1 kept sending back data about a place no spacecraft had ever been, the edge of the solar system. In 2012, Voyager 1 finally crossed the heliopause and entered space, the first human-made object to do so. The data it sent back showed a new environment with cosmic rays. But even now, Voyager 1's signals are puzzling scientists. They've detected strange pulses and patterns that don't make sense. Some think it might be an unknown phenomenon. Others wonder if it's a sign of extraterrestrial intelligence. Whatever the truth, Voyager 1 keeps sending messages back to Earth, reminding us that our want to explore never ends. These weird signals got more attention at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab. At first, engineers thought it was just a glitch. The spacecraft is old. But the patterns didn't match any known problems. Instead, these signals seemed like regular pulses, sometimes encoded sequences that were hard to explain. Some researchers thought Voyager's instruments might be detecting new cosmic stuff. Others had a wilder idea. Could Voyager 1 be receiving signals from aliens somewhere out there? This idea was met with doubt but also excitement. The thought that Voyager, humanity's farthest traveler, could have become a cosmic mailbox caught people's attention. Meanwhile, the spacecraft kept drifting outward. Space around Voyager is almost empty. Voyager is traveling through a region called the local interstellar cloud.